course, Pietro. First of all, I mean, this is going to be a big week for you regardless, right? You were going to go try out for the Ultimate Fighter if you didn't get this opportunity. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, I decided that a couple of weeks ago. I was like, you know what, I'm going to jump in with 2 feet and go and enter that 145 tough and come out victorious in that. And then, ironically, a couple of days after I send my application form off, I get an email saying the UFC want me, so I come.
Yeah, did that come as a surprise to you? I mean, just talk me through the whole process of going from not fighting to fighting, a former title challenger in Tim Elliott on short notice.
I mean, it's something that I've kind of had in the back of my mind for a while that it might happen on short notice, maybe the last 2 years. And then once I decided to go to the Ultimate Fighter, I'm thinking, right, we'll forget about that now. And then ironically, it does happen. And now I'm really grateful for the position I'm in and the opportunity. And I'm going to take that opportunity with both hands. And Tim Elliott or any other opponent, it doesn't make any difference to me. I'll go in there and I'll put on the same performance regardless of who's in front of me.
Yeah, and I mean, for someone like yourself that's just trying to get into the UFC, I mean, the Ultimate Fighter is obviously still a good part of that. You get the recognition, you're on TV, all those different things. But would you prefer to just come in straight like this? I mean, not have to fight, live in the house, do all the process that goes through being on the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, I'd much prefer to go down the route I've gone down, but I just wanted it to come a lot sooner. But I've got my motto is I'll find a way or I'll make one, and I wasn't finding a way, so I decided I was going to make one, and now I've gone back to finding a way, and through the UFC matchmakers getting in touch with me, so I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just what's the reaction though when someone like yourself is working so long, can't get over that barrier to break into the UFC, and then it finally happens? What are the nerves, the feelings, just being here on Fight Week?
There's no nerves. I'm lapping it all up. I'm enjoying it, soaking it all up. I mean, it's a great opportunity to come in on such short notice because it's just everything's it's amazing, and I've not had a crazy build up. It's not been going on for months. This is like everything's fresh, and I'm hungry, and I'm here to put on a performance and enjoy it. It's the most important thing about all this is I'm enjoying the whole process.
Yeah, and I saw you do an interview, I think, right after the fight was made, and you said kind of one of the big things is going to be a big weight cut. Just how are you feeling? I guess we're about 36 hours from when you have to get on the scale. How's that part of it going?
Well, it's not bad. I'm full of energy and full of beans, and it's not as big as I thought it was going to be, to be honest. So let's see when he puts that pressure on. Let's see what happens.
And I mean, what do you just think of Tim as an opponent? Obviously, you're jumping right into the fire against a top guy, former title challenger, won the Ultimate Fighter himself a couple seasons ago. So what do you just make of him as an opponent?
Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him. I like how he carries himself. He doesn't try to be something he's not. He's not fake. He brings the fight. I don't personally like the fighting style he's got, but I'm going to show why that doesn't work on fight night, and I'm going to exploit him with my style and my weapons.
Why don't you like his fighting style? Is it hard to train for, or do you not just like watching it, or that part of it?
I don't like watching it. It's a professional sport, and fundamentals are clean. It should be pretty to the eye. He's all over the place. He's a wild one. But it's mixed martial arts. We're all martial artists. We express ourselves in our own way, and my style of martial arts is going to be much superior to his style on fight night.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's hard to prepare for his style, period, but to do it on short notice, how do you go in? Do you even train specifically for his style, or do you just go in trying to do you on this part?
It's hard to also train for a southpaw that's going to shut you down every time you come near him. So, just as I've got trouble to figure out with him, he's going to have more issues than I've got, to figure me out. And the game of chess is who's going to figure who out first. And every time he comes near me, he's going to get shut down.
Yeah, and I mean, you beat a guy like this. What does it do for your UFC career instantly? Are you immediately talked about as a title contender? Do you think that's going to take a few fights, even with a win here? How does winning this fight, progress your career?
Personally, I'd like to go in, put on a huge performance, win this fight, go to UFC London and really announce myself to the UFC fans and the Manchester fans and the UK fans, something I've not, in such short notice, I've not had a chance to do. And then by the end of 2018, I want to be talking about title fights, one of the serious talks about title fights.